Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sheen, your host. This is Money Matters. In this channel, we talk about money, finance, how to grow your money, how to invest your money, and how to make money work hard for you. Check out my other videos. If you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing, give a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. All right, today we're going to talk about Tesla, what's going on with Tesla, give you an update. Tesla's factory is closed in New York and in California. Obviously that's not a good sign. They're not producing their vehicles, and of course they're losing money. You know, when the factory is closed, they lose money, of course. So let's look at Tesla, their history in the past year. So for the year, they're actually still up an incredible 88% on the year. For the month, they're down 36, roughly 37%. And obviously that whole situation that they're down is because of the whole CV situation going on globally right now. But the whole CV situation, has nothing to do with the fundamentals of the company. Yes, now it's affecting their company because they had to shut down. But the question is, have they lost any revenue? Have they lost any sales? Have they lost any pre-orders? Does that 36% drop justify what the company itself is doing? You know, are they still delivering vehicles? The answer is yes, they are still delivering vehicles. That's one thing about Tesla. They have touchless delivery, so that's one thing that other manufacturers aren't able to do because they don't have the technology, they don't have the app to do that. You know, Tesla is able to continue delivering vehicles. They just leave the paperwork inside the car. The owner already has the app. They can unlock the car via the app, get in their car, sign the paperwork, drop off the paperwork, and never have to talk to anybody. So, you know, Tesla is unique in that way. So like they really interrupted the whole dealer network. You know, there's no Tesla dealer. You get your car straight from the factory, straight from Tesla. There's no third party in it. So that's one thing that people, you know, don't really look into is the differences that Tesla is doing and the revolutions that they're doing and they're making. So that's one thing that they're still able to do is make deliveries of their vehicles. Unlike in California when there's a complete shutdown, car dealers are not able to open, they're not able to sell cars, and so the car dealerships, the whole model is going to take a huge hit. Tesla stock is up today, roughly 16.28%, up to $509 again. It was all the way down to the low 300s. I think I bought at least one share for $380 just last week. So back up to $509, a really, really good sign. So let's look at their numbers just to give you an understanding of their health of this company. So we're going back from 2014. So from 2014, their total revenue was $3.1 billion. 2015 up to $4 billion. 2016 up to $7 billion. One thing I want you to look at is services and other. So it was 187 million in 2014 and then up to 467 million in 2016. So what is services and others? So services and others is all the extra revenue that Tesla makes by selling upgrades through their software, through their apps. So when you purchase the vehicle, you purchase it with whatever you wanted to purchase it with. But over time, there's upgrades. There's upgrades for cooling, heating, heated seats, infotainment system, security systems. So there's these upgrades that if you want them, you could purchase them. So that is a whole additional revenue segment that other manufacturers don't really have. You know, once you buy any other manufacturer's car, you buy it for that price and they will never be able to make any more money off of you. The only money that they make, and in fact, the money that they make more than the actual sell of the car is them servicing your car. You know, oil changes, timing belts, flushes, all these things that traditional gasoline vehicles need. That's where they make a lot of money off of you, is all those services. So Tesla doesn't have that. Now, Tesla's vehicles are really, really low maintenance, so they don't have to have all those things that traditional ICE vehicles have. But they have this revenue that they get from the software. And so that's why Tesla, like I said before, is not just an automotive company. They're really a software company. They have a lot of software that they're updating constantly, and making improvements to the car, making the speed even faster. So all these upgrades, you could choose to purchase them, and that's additional revenue that the company makes. So in 2017, their total revenue was 11.7 billion. 2018, 21.4 billion, and 2019, last year, was $24.5 billion. So if we look back all the way from 2014 to 2019, in 2014, they were making roughly $3.2 billion, and in 2019 up to $24 billion. That is a massive, massive increase. If we only look at the last 3 years, from 2017 to 2019, that is a 52% growth. As far as their services, 55% growth from 2017 to 2019, 55% growth on their services. So this is the latest update on what Tesla is doing with the whole CV situation, the whole shutdown of their factory. So I highlighted right here, many locations we are processing and implementing touchless deliveries, so customers can continue to take deliveries of their vehicles in a seamless and safe way. Due to the unique over-the-air connectivity of our vehicles, customers are able to unlock their new cars at a delivery parking lot via the Tesla app, sign any remaining relevant paperwork, return the paperwork to an on-site drop-off location prior to leaving. This method provides additional convenience and comfort. And so that's what I was talking about. They're still able to make deliveries of their vehicles because of their wireless technology. You know, all Tesla cars are linked to the internet. They have their own internet connection, and you can make all the purchases, all the things from the car or from your app. And the next sentence talks about their financials, exactly what they're doing, how much cash they have. Our cash position at the end of Q4 2019 was $6.3 billion before our recent $2.3 billion capital raise. We believe this level of liquidity is sufficient to successfully navigate an extended period of uncertainty. At the end of Q4 2019, we had available credit lines worth approximately $3 billion, including working capital lines for all regions, as well as financing for the expansion of our Shanghai factory. So in short, they have roughly $6.3 billion in cash, and so that's a lot of money. But you have to really compare what that is to other manufacturers. So here's the balance sheet for Tesla. So these numbers are not up to date because it doesn't account for that extra $2.3 billion capital raise that they just had. So the number there is roughly $6.3 billion in 2019 of total cash. So that actually is roughly $8.6 billion if you factor in that $2.3 billion capital raise. So they have roughly $8.6 billion. And their total current liabilities is $10.6 billion. So they have roughly negative $2 billion in their balance sheet. But you have to compare that to other manufacturers. For instance, let's look at Ford. Ford has $34 billion in cash, and they have $98 billion in total current liabilities. So that's a negative $63 billion in their balance sheet. How about GM? GM has $23 billion in cash and $84.9 billion in total current liabilities, giving them negative $61 billion on their balance sheet. So when you put those into perspective, Tesla is sitting really, really healthy with only $2 billion negative on their balance sheet compared to other US auto manufacturers. So Tesla, comparatively, is the most healthy automobile company in the United States. So moving forward, what are they doing? Why are they going to be successful? So this is all in their master plan part 2. It is the second line in their master plan. Expand the electric vehicle product line to address all major segments. So what does that mean? What are the major segments in the automotive industry? Number 1, crossover SUV. They are delivering their Model Y 6 months ahead of schedule. They were supposed to deliver fall of 2020. They're already making deliveries in March, in spring of 2020. They're 6 months ahead of schedule on this product. So by far, the biggest segment in light vehicles in the US market is crossover SUVs, 40.8%. And the next biggest is the pickup truck at 17.9%. Those two combined are by far the biggest segment in US automotives. So the next one is obviously the pickup truck. They have an answer for that. It is the Cybertruck. So they are looking to start manufacturing this in 2021. And so they're looking for a factory that they're supposedly going to build. I think the latest I heard was either in Texas or in Tennessee, opening another gigafactory to make Model Ys, I believe, and also to make the Cybertruck. So let's see if they're ahead of schedule making the Cybertruck. But in short, to answer the question, is Tesla healthy? Are they going to make it through this downturn with their factories closed? Absolutely they are. They have plenty of cash, over $8 billion in cash, and they are super healthy with a super healthy balance sheet. Revenues are growing. 52% since 2017, 55% on their services, making $24 billion in revenue in 2019. And so that's why I believe they're a extremely healthy company. They have tons of money. They have growth in their revenue, and they're going to be profitable a lot sooner than everybody thinks. I think the Model Y sales are going to blow everybody away. Model Y, the production, they've really understood how to manufacture vehicles. Roughly 70 or 70+% of Model Y parts are shared with the Model 3. So they already have all the parts figured out and the manufacturing figured out. They learned a lot by producing the Model 3. Now they're producing the Model Y with roughly 70+% of the same parts. So that's bringing their cost down for manufacturing this vehicle while targeting the crossover SUV segment, which I showed you is one of the biggest segments in the US automotive industry. So that's the end of my video. Let me know if you guys agree. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments. I like to look over your comments. Let me know if there's some videos that you want me to do. I like to read comments and get some ideas about what videos you'd like to see in the future. If you like what I'm doing, please give a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel. Catch you in the next one. Peace.